Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to the place to be each and every Sunday night, where tonight we're coming to you live and exclusive on Top Split TV for round 11. Season 33 of Sunday Night Lights here from Barber Motorsports Park. I'm Alex McKellar, and joining me as always, well, mostly as always, the snoozy one, the chaotic one, Mr. Corey Steinhauser. Corey, welcome back for another week of the action here on Top Split TV.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. It should be a fantastic race here tonight. 4K is the strength of field, and it's only a single split, so we do have one driver out there, unfortunately, who is only 600 and something in the I rating, but it should add a little bit of a spice to our extra competitors out there.
Absolutely, mate. Races within races out there tonight with the spread of talent across the board. Special guest appearance this week, not out on track, but in here in the booth with us is one Mr. Benny Simpson, multiple season winner before, plenty of experience here and out in the real world. Welcome, Benny. Great to have you here, mate.
Yeah, thanks, Alex and Corey.
Hang on.
Here with you.
I haven't even got the sound on. Hang on, let's start again. Oh no, the sound was on. The sound was on. Sorry, Benny. Go back in. I had the button right, mate. Go again. Sorry.
I thought you did a Corey special on me here.
No, I tried to, mate. I tried to. Anyway, there we go.
I know, but yeah, thanks for having me. Obviously, super excited to be and be in the booth for once. So hopefully we get a great race, as Corey said. Very big split of drivers out there, so it'll be an interesting one.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Speaking of the drivers, let's run through them after a bit of an Alex false start there. Starting number one, Mr. Adam Miles. Oh, he's warming up the tyres, but not in the best fashion. Sorry, mate. Caught that on camera. Adam chucking it in reverse and hoping not to get the black flag. Anyway, we'll go next is car number two, leading the way for the ANZ drivers out there tonight, Mr. Sam Devantia, the cowboy himself. Car number three there, Rasmus Fiore. He is one to watch when he does come out to play. The pace on this guy is next level. Really high quality driver with pace to burn. Car number four out there, the international man of mystery for FPM over Martin, Mr. Dimitri Philippides, joins us on track for a somewhat rarer appearance these days. Great to see him out there. Steph Herman, similarly. Quality driver going through the waterfall at the moment. Car number six. He has got pace and skill and races hard and fast as any of them. Neil Gardner is just taking the track. Captain 499 for generally stupid and slow. His words, not mine. You see it's on the screen. He's out there. He's just under the 7K mark at the moment, so looking to retain that number as one of the leading NZ of the ANZ drivers. Car number seven out there, Jeff Randall. Had his papers fixed earlier in the season, had some time off, come back racing super hard and fast. Really fantastic to see him have some success this season as well. Looking forward to seeing how he goes out there tonight. Fraser Smith, who found us in the Fords, he's come back in the skips. He's not quite at home yet, but certainly starting to move his way up to the pointy end. Great to see Fraser back out there. The head clown, Vasco Sorosky, is back in action tonight for Team Clowns. Car number nine. Lone Clown in the field, hoping to ply his trade just ahead of Mivano Sim Racing's Enzo Cantor. Enzo Cantor, again, another multiple season winner, the winningest driver in our history. He is car number 10. Car number 11 yet to take the, I was just about to say, yet to take the field. There he is, Christian Perez, another former champion out there. He ran the Bathurst 12-hour today in his split. His team, he brought it home in second from memory. So great to see Christian backing up here with us, Corey.
Yeah, absolutely. And then as car number 12 from the Midwest, so he's up pretty early in the morning, we have Brian J. Kelly, and great to have him out there. He's got a big old Chevrolet logo on the side of the car. Yannick Moral from France is lucky number 13 here tonight. It's great to see Yannick out there, and hopefully he can have the reflections of luck from being number 13. Joachim Osbeck from Scandinavia coming in as car number 14 here tonight. And then Jone Zorek from Central Eastern Europe, it's car number 15. And car number 16, Peter van der Noord. Great to see him back out there from Bellinol. And he's got a 3.9 I rating there as car number 16. Car number 17, Adrian Brook, he is deciding not to take the track for qualifying. He's from the UK and I. We got Lawson Bandimi from Iberia as car number 18, and my apologies if I butchered that name. That's a hard one. We have Christoph Hayvart from Bellinor.
Speaking of difficult names,
19.
yeah, go ahead, mate.
Yep. Car number 20, Jason Willman from Oz NZ. He is also deciding not to take qualifying. Car 21 from Scandinavia is Jorgen Rigtrup. And another very interesting name. And wrapping up the field, another one deciding not to take qualifying from New England. Car number 22 is Jesse Connolly. And he is the one that has snuck in with the 0.6k I rating, Alex. So he's probably thinking, what is going on here?
Absolutely. Philippides, who we all remember from that race here a few seasons ago, where he almost took out the victory before it was snatched from him. He grabbed defeat from the jaws of victory. Oh, he was a pole. Then Cantor has dobbed it on the front row ahead of him. Jeff Randall there. He is on his second lap and already in P5. And is that a surprise to you to see Jeff so far up the order there, Benny?
No, not at all. Obviously, he's had his little comeback lately, and his pace been amazing since really. So maybe should have had those eyes fixed before really. But no, he's been doing very well lately. Done quite a few races as well. So no, not at all, to be fair.
Yeah, good one. All right, Lasson, he's gone. I was about to say he's going to finish his lap surely. Adam Miles, the one to watch. He's dropped it on the second row to dethrone both Devantia and Philippides. Coming up next, in fact, why don't I just put the quali mode on, Alex? That might help you. There you go. Jeff Randall, the one we were talking about to cross the line. Perez is on his first lap now. Or is he on his second? No, he's dropped it into sixth on his first lap. Randall's crossed the line, has not improved though. Looks like Viore. Oh, he's on a cool down lap. Gardner will be. No, he's still stuck there, Bandini. Gardner, Captain 499, is looking like he is going to round out his second lap. He's just coming around the final corner now to see what he can do. Looks like he's got a couple of personal best sectors in there. Third best sector there. It's just how much he lost in the second sector. Enough to move him up inside the top 10 starting ninth. Not a bad effort there, Corey.
Yeah, absolutely not, Alex. And, I think that's about everyone that's on the track that's going to get a time in. And what a time there for Cantor. A 36.5. Absolutely nothing to sneeze at around what is a fairly technical track like this, Benny.
Yeah, obviously very much going up and down, hard to see the apex at certain places. So yeah, incredibly tricky track. I think it's a track where you can defend and also be in the draft a little bit. So it should be an interesting race.
Absolutely. We're just seeing our final drive. Now we've got one left out there, still looking to set a time. Christian Perez, noted for his late runs at quali, running the Red Bull livery of all things this week. Not his typical fare, but I don't know if he's got a smile on his face or his tongue firmly wedged in his cheek with it. But he crosses the line now for his second lap to end quali, and it jumps him up to the front row. Let's take a look at how they will start here tonight after everyone's done their laps for round 11. Season 33 of Sunday Night Lights. Enter Cantor from Ivana Sim Racing. Starts on pole with a 36.5, just alongside him on the front row. Separated by less than a thousandth, apparently. Christian Perez starts out a second. Adam Miles for UK and I starts out a third alongside him on the second row for Cowboy Racing. Is the Cowboy himself, Sam Devantia. Dimitri Philippides provisionally on pole for quite some time for FBM Oval Martine. Starts out a fifth. Rasmus Fiore, one to watch in this field. Most certainly starts out a sixth. Fraser Smith, as I said, moving forward in his Skippy journey, starts out a seventh. Alongside him will be gone Skipping Racing's Jeff Randall. Captain 499, Neil Gardner, starts out a ninth with Jurne Zorek for Right Foot Breakers. Beside him in starting out of 10th. Joachim Osbeck from Scandinavia out of 11th with Steph Herman starting out of 12th alongside him going over the page. Hopefully, if I hit the right button, there it is. Starting out of 13th, Yannick Morin from France with Brian Kelly, the late waking or early rising Brian Kelly from the Midwest out of 14th. Christoph Havart, sorry mate, starts out of 15th with Peter Vandernoord for Sleepy Cat Racing out of 16th. Lawson Bandini for Iberia out of 17th with Jorgen Rigtrup for MSB Racing out of 18th. Starting out of 19th, Mr. Sorosky for the head clown for Team Clowns with Adrian Book for UK and I alongside him in 20th. Jason Willman, who did not set a time out of 21st, as was the same can be said for Jesse Connolly from New England. Both of them starting on the rear. Gents, Corey, what do you make of this one? Plenty to go on, no doubt.
Oh, absolutely, Alex. And this is naturally a very hard track to make overtakes on. So it's going to be interesting to see where these guys will pick up a couple overtakes as the field is set, the revs start to rise. Because red lights mean rev and the green lights mean go. We're underway here for season 33, round number 11. And already Enzo Cantor taking the advantage as they go down into turn number 1, Benny.
Yeah, great start for Enzo here. Everybody's sliding in and nice and clean and behind him, really. Yeah, be interesting to see this first couple of laps here, how the race is going to plan out. Are they going to stay in line, or are they going to fight for the lead?
Well, if any of the racing I've seen here this week is anything to go by, there'll be a bit of battling going on. This track, brake lock up in the background, sees Christoph Guy. Oh, he's paused there on the apex, doing a 3-point turn, Austin Power styles potentially, but holds the brakes and everyone gets through. I thought this camera angle was a bit better. There we go, as they come through the waterfall. Even some side-by-side early on, paying to exactly what I was saying about the racing here already shaping up to be quite busy, as Devantier losing a couple of spots. I'm not sure if he picked up a slowdown there or what, Corey, is they're still 2x2 a bit deeper in the pack with Joachim Osbeck racing with Morale for position all the way down there in P12. This long line of skippies already snaking to conclusion of the first lap, mate.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. And I think with Devantier, it's just he's taking his time here, and he's just doing his normal thing where he'll sit back a little bit and just focus on what's going on in front of him and wait till later on to start making his move. It's always a very smart play, and we'll see how well it's going to work out for Devantier this time. But I did notice in the warm-up race, he did have a period of time where he dropped quite a few positions, and for seemingly almost no reason. So hopefully,
one around in the background. Joachim Osbeck's hit him. Sorry, mate. I think that was
Herman that went around.
Herman just lost it in the midfield there through turn 1 as we jump back up to the front now. There's plenty of... I was going to say, this whole field is sitting there in one long line, and now it's broken up into 2 battles, which, given the spread of I rating and perhaps experience in this field, we probably expect it to happen sooner, but perhaps not from the likes of Steph Herman, Benny.
No, obviously super sad to see Steph out already. He's been on form lately, super fast, one of the fastest guys out there at the moment. So always a shame to lose him early, and he'll obviously be gutted with that as well. But what's also was interesting on the opening lap, that Perez having a little look at Enzo, and he shut the door quite aggressively. So it looks like we could have a spicy battle for the lead for the next couple of laps.
Yeah, absolutely. We know Perez has stated quite clearly that he'll race you as hard as you want to race him. So, and we know Enzo, he absolutely loves to lead. In fact, every position he fights very hard for, certainly the hardest of all for the one up front. So expect that to spice up at some point. Devantier sitting there in P4 obviously has the patience, as we've seen throughout his races here on Sunday nights. So he's likely to sit back. Miles, on the other hand, strong pace everywhere we go, seemingly. Also strong racing too when given half a chance. So I expect that with Perez and Cantor potentially going hard, that the door will open for Miles, and he will no doubt look to stride through it there, Corey.
Yeah, it's definitely what he would be looking for as he sneaks up to the inside of Perez here, going through the hairpin at turn 5. And this isn't necessarily move done because this is going to put into the outside for the first part of the waterfall. It's a very great defending opportunity here for Perez, and this is the reason why I say this is a very hard track to make overtakes. Just because you get up on the inside at the hairpin doesn't mean the move will automatically be made. So these guys are going to have to fight for every single position, and they're going to have to do it at 120% if they really want to get these moves made, Alex.
Yeah, that's what I reckon. I was going to ask Benny. In my view, as Corey said, this one's so hard to make a pass at typically. I feel like it's one for the thinking driver. You can set a guy up 3/4 in advance just by maybe taking him off his line in a particular corner with a view to taking or making the move stick several down the road.
Yeah, it's it's a track where you have to earn the pass, really. So you know, it's the type of track I personally like, where you don't draft by each other all the time. So it is about trying to, you know, get the nose in, get that car and the guy in front to make a little mistake, so you can take advantage of it. It makes some good interesting, because nobody wants to sit in third and fourth. You know, that whole train, everybody wants to fight for that extra position to get yourself in that lead position for the last few laps.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, just jumping down the field for a sec, just highlighting the head clown, Vasco Sorowski had a terrible qualifying. He's already up 7 positions. The thing that'll be challenging him most in his mind, no doubt, is not the fact that he's got to make the moves on Brian Kelly, who's sitting in front of him, or that he's got Ospec challenging him behind. It's probably more the fact that there's a 5.5 second gap to Zorek on the back of the front pack. So that front pack is now a top 10, led, of course, by Enzo Cantor, Christian Perez and Adam Miles, but the head clown not having his best run this season that we've seen for a while there, Corey.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. And these guys at the front, they've been fighting very hard. I've been watching the whole time you're looking at that second pack, and there's a lot of aggressive going on from Philippides and Viore. They've been fighting it out tooth and nail for the last few corners as they go side by side once more into the penultimate corner, and Viore's going to get this one. And that's one of the harder places to try and make an overtake there, Alex, because when it comes up to the penultimate corner, turn 15, you really got to try and break in as straight of a line as you can. And if you just got the wheel a little bit turned, it'll all go pear-shaped for you.
That's it, mate. I reckon that second to last corner there at 15 is highly underrated. Getting up the inside there and getting it done is quite, well, it's a bit of fun. It's not easy to do, having said that. But Viore, I think, you talk about the battling between he and Philippides. Viore's got such good pace here, and I think he's buried a bit deeper than perhaps him. Oh, he's up front now. Perez having to, getting by, clean. No, Cantor defending by the looks. Perez will be forced to the outside of the waterfall. Side by side they're going. This time Perez will be the outside. Miles swings back to take the racing line. They're still side by side. They go down through the waterfall. This will be tight. Enzo drifts out from the exit of the base there at turn 9, forcing Perez wide. That'll fire up the Spaniard, I'm sure, Betty.
Yeah, it's a great battle here. It's interesting to see how Adam and Sam's gonna handle this one here. Are they gonna, have two very aggressive drivers at the front here battling it out? Are they gonna sit back and see what happened, or are they gonna try and get themselves involved? It's definitely spicing up already. So you got, as I said, two super aggressive drivers at the front here. So yeah, let's see what happens.
That's it, mate. And it's compressing this top 10 with the action at the front. I'm gonna put a bit of money on Yerne going past the patient Devantier at some point, as once again now Perez shows the nose on Cantor into turn 1, because Devantier's shown time after time it's a decent length race here for a sprint race, 15 laps around here at Barber Motorsports Park, and Devantier has shown an exceeding amount of patience. But I guess to contrast that, it is difficult to pass here, more so than you might expect with the long straights. But it is difficult to pass it, so maybe he won't give it up so easy, as once again Cantor takes the inside defensive line. Miles looking to show the nose now on Perez, but Perez will get a surprisingly better driver out of the outside on the exit, but also the inside run. But Cantor's going to be in front of him. Oh, look at Perez making a bit of room for himself to get in front of Miles there. Just taking every inch of that extra drive around the outside of turn 5 to set himself up to move in front of Miles. Not sure if he had to lift there, Corey, but Miles certainly ended up back where he started.
Oh, there was absolute millimeters in that move, Alex. The Perez, just the absolute master of just sneaking his car in front of your nose. And he showed it there as there's a little bit of smoke here coming through the 12-13 chicane. That might be from Jesse Connolly at the back of the pack, as he's actually close to getting lapped here very shortly. So hopefully when the leaders do come up to him, he'll play ball and move out of the way for him. But that just goes to show the aggression of these drivers. Everyone wants to be at the absolute front, and Perez actually almost got hindered there by how aggressively defensive Cantor was coming out of the hairpin. Let's see what they're going to do this time, because Perez is definitely going to be looking for that outside run going through the hairpin, which will set him up for the inside of the waterfall, Alex.
Yeah, that's it, mate. I will be interested to see if he can do that. I mean, oh, yeah, Cantor immediately goes over to driver's left to take the defensive line into 5. They brake hard at this threshold braking. Oh, the rear of Cantor's car. Look at Miles now. He gets a better drive up the inside. Perez's run was checked somewhat by Cantor in front of him. This time, oh, he's been forced onto the grass, but he'll have the inside 3 wide. They look to go through into the waterfall. Cantor backs out, Miles backs out, Perez through to take the race lead on the mid stages of lap 7. There'll be those who question his four-wheel driving out there on the grass, others that suggest that he had no choice as Cantor moved from left to right to cover him, Betty.
Yeah, what an amazing move by Christian there. It definitely shows why he is probably one of the best racers in the Skippy out there, if not the best in battles. I mean, absolutely set that up perfectly. I guess he's probably in a little disadvantage as well. He hasn't done many races this week, so he's not, as they pass some lap traffic here as well. But yeah, he hasn't done many races this week, so probably doesn't know fully where the overtaking spots is and what's possible here, but absolutely amazing. And now it's Enzo back in the lead here.
Oh, Enzo's made the move. He's got it backed up. Perez short-lived in front. Meanwhile, a bit further down, it's Philippides getting attacked by Randall now. He had a great podium in the warm-up race here tonight. Side by side, they go through turn 1. Side by side, they continue. Randall looking to get it done around the outside of 2-3. Coming up the hill through 4 this time. Randall looks like he will get it done. He will have the inside defensive run if he needs to. Oh, he's opened the door and Philippides looking to go through it. Oh, across the line comes Randall. Up the inside comes Smith to attack Philippides. And Philippides likely to almost lose 2 in the space of a few corners. Gardner looking to take advantage if he can. Behind there, it's now Philippides side by side with Fraser. Randall got it done. They're going to go 2 by 2. Oh, they've come together. Smith's been turned in the middle of the waterfall. He's waiting, is he? Yeah, he doesn't have to wait too long, though. It opens up because that big gap in between the front 2 packs, that was massive action, Corey. Finally came unstuck a little bit up the front pack there.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Alex. They're playing for sheep stations right now, and any incident will be a big one. As I can give you guys a couple of bits of news for the front. Perez, I think he felt a little bit bad about overtaking Enzo on the grass, so he actually gave the lead back to Enzo Cantor there. So that's a little bit of interesting sportsmanship going on. I thought it was a fair move. Enzo squeezed him onto the grass, and he just accelerated through and got the lead. So it's all on your personal perspective there. But Perez definitely playing the big game right now, and he's going to look at doing it legitimately on the track.
Yeah, that's it. Interesting, you know, like we said, he said himself a few times, he'll race as hard as you will, he'll match it. But certainly not one to redress when he thinks it's stepped over the line as he shows the nose. Oh, very deep under brakes. Cantor will have a good drive on the exit of 5 though. Oh, they've pushed as wide as you could get on this one on the run down to the waterfall now at turn 7. Miles once again just searching for a way through, but there's no way. Oh, Perez swings the nose around. I wonder if he picked up a slowdown because he absolutely rode. Yeah, he must have done. He's backing out now. He's dropping back. He and Cantor unable to go side by side just that one time more. Now, this will be interesting because, as Benny said, Perez is one of the greater racers out there. Can he move forward where others have failed in this pack, Benny?
I think so. My money is still on Christian in this situation. How it's safe. The car is all clean. It'd be a couple of good laps coming up now. See, his aggression is probably going to be turning up now a little bit. But before he was in second, he was in a position where he could sit there for a few laps and still be in the prime position for the win at the end. Now he has to be extra aggressive to make a couple of spots up against a couple of drivers who definitely doesn't want to give up the spot. And it'd also be interesting to see how Adam now plays this, because he is now in that spot where you want to have a look at first place, but you also don't want to fall into third.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes, as the old saying goes, sometimes you attack to defend at a place like this. But you're right, Perez will be looking to move forward quickly, and again, straight away, we see him show the nose and try to come up the inside of Viore. Viore, though, with a much cleaner entry, able to get on the power early and take advantage of a cleaner exit there. Perez is going to have to work hard. The Cowboy ahead of Viore now sitting in third. And patience paying off as they all compress in the braking zone there. And, Perez carrying the extra speed, trying to push Viore through the downhill chicane that you pretty much straight-lined these things, Corey. But Perez really showing some eagerness, thinking about moving forward. And the one thing I would say, the biggest benefactor of the aggression to move forward, I think, Randall, once he got past Philippides, it all unfolded behind him, and he's got a big gap now between he and his former rival in Philippides, and he's sitting pretty on the back of this one, Corey.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. And he's just in that right spot that if stuff goes down in front of him, especially if it's in a tight confines kind of section like the waterfall, he's the one at the greatest chance of reaping the benefits from it. But Viore is definitely one who doesn't need any assistance in going faster around here. He showed plenty of speed in the warm-up race. So Perez giving him that little push through the waterfall was definitely probably not necessary. But we'll see how this is going to play out. These guys are just driving so tight together right now. Just one small mistake from anyone, and this could definitely turn into a really big incident. And these six are separated by almost nothing. It's 7/10 from Enzo to Randall. As look at the Viore going up the inside of Devantia, and he's almost side by side with Adam Miles there as well. But he has made the move up there into third as we got Miles side by side with Enzo, and he was squeezing Enzo as close as he could to the right side of the track, and there's more contact now as they're going down through the waterfall section. But side by side still is Devantia and Viore this time, Alex.
2x2, Noah's Ark style. They went, bit of contact between Cantor and Miles that time, wheel to wheel through there behind. It was checking up. Brave souls they are. Beautiful move by Viore there. Oh, now he's putting pressure on Miles once again. Forces him to compromise the entry, looking to set up the exit. Randall now looking to take advantage as well, challenging Perez in the background. This is where the action is. I was going to... Oh, they're going to look the inside. No, Perez looking to go around the outside of the penultimate corner now to get the inside. Yeah, gives the little rub through on the Cowboy. There you go. Perez has made at least one stick there and gets it done. Randall then looking to take advantage as well, sitting alongside into turn one alongside the Cowboy. Not quite there, but there enough. Cowboy gives him room, but then we'll have the run on the inside to turn 2, 3. This is what we talk about when we say connecting the corners together, and it is, I was going to say, if Randall could hang around the outside to have the inside to 5. But there you go, they've got it sorted. Let's check in on the chasing pack here, although actually I won't, because this will be where Cantor is defending. Oh, Miles managed to show the nose up the inside, but it's Viore going around the outside. He'll have the good drive, and challenging him will be Perez. This is where the race can be made and lost. And there you go, Cantor moves straight over to driver's right to cover off the hard-charging Viore. Perez now right in amongst it, looking to get the run around the outside. Yes, goes deep around the second half of the waterfall. We'll get the drive out on the inside to the world's fastest fourth gear chicane in the middle of the back straight, Betty. It's all happening.
Yeah, really heating up now, and let's see if just Christian gets this to stick. If he does, then look, gotta give him a big hand of applause. There was 2 amazing moves around the outside on 2 top drivers as well. Absolutely amazing driving. Yeah, definitely heating up a little bit. It looks like Enzo and Miles has a little bit of a gap at the moment, maybe. It'd be interesting to see how they play out now.
Yeah, that's it. And Devantia now has got through on Viore. They went side by side for a number of corners. Fantastic racing in this pack. A little bit of biff and barge here, but not a single bent wing amongst them, except, no, I was looking on Miles and he doesn't either. Let's check in on the second pack here. Philippides now with Gardner in his tow and Zorek behind them. Fraser Smith recovering on his own there. Kelly now has dropped Osbeck, who has morale. Peter Van Noord, the sleepy cat himself, has now got a clown car in tow with Bandini behind. Something's happened to Vasco to help him drop down this deep in the pack. He was up 7 before. He's now only up to 4 as they've exited the famous turn 5. Alex has missed it all, but the running order seems pretty similar as Viore now looking to attack the Cowboy into the waterfall chicane. Side by side they go. The Cowboy will have the inside. Oh, interlocking wheels and still no contact. Fantastic work as Randall now looks to maximise the drive of the exit, Corey. Can he go side by side? No, he's fallen back into line. They'll cross the line shortly as they close out lap 13 with 2 to go, mate.
Yeah, that's right. The racing's starting to get real aggressive now, Alex. This is where the pay money starts coming in. This is where the chess game is going to start coming to a close, and this is where all the moves are being made. As the last lap around, there was actually, I think, a slight little bit of contact between Viore and Devantia. That's why Viore is getting that little bit more aggressive with Devantia now, but it's also with the laps winding down. There is not many to go, as you said, 2 laps left. And you can see Perez trying to make the move up on the inside of Adam Miles into turn 1. That's a very brave move, and he managed to make it stick quite nicely with Adam getting a little bit loose there coming out of turn 1, Alex.
Oh, Perez throws it up the inside, lets the rear sing, waits till it stick and drives away. So he's close enough now to have a look at Enzo for the last lap. Cuts a beautiful, nice, tight run to the apex, gets the good drive out, absolutely throwing it around his Perez. And we talked about it before, the guy can steer, the guy can race too. How many others have moved that many positions in that many laps through this field, particularly at the pointy end? Not many, Benny, but Perez showing us how it's done.
Yeah, no, not at all. He is one of the best ones to move through the field, just coming up to a little bit of lap traffic as well. But I also think it looked like Adam didn't put up too much of a fight. Maybe in his head he's thinking, you know, a lap and a half to go. I got 2 of the most aggressive drivers in front of me. This could actually go into to his advantage as well. If I think we got Enzo here almost letting Christian go in the lead by the looks of it, Brian. Yeah, quite surprising. Maybe he's, or maybe not.
No, he's hung on to it around the inside, then to the outside, then the outside. Oh, contact. Genzo's gone off into the wilderness. The second time this season, Perez and Enzo have had a race-ending incident. Last time was at Bathurst, of course. Now it's Miles and Perez. And the Cowboy now showing, can they go 3 wide into turn 1? The Cowboy with the run. Backs out. Perez once again lets the rear slide through turn 1. Leaves beautiful control, beautiful space for Miles now, who comes through to take the lead. But he will have to cover off from Perez. Perez is still alongside. We'll have the inside into turn 5. I beg your pardon, it's Viore attacking. Now they're going to go 4 wide into turn 5. Briefly, are they? 3 wide, 4 wide, back to 3. 3 in the centre, and it's Perez coming out in front. But beautiful drive from Devantia, who's finally made his move. But he'll be on the outside. 3 wide into the waterfall this time round. It is Viore attacking. Perez looking to run away with this. The Cowboy backs out. He's got Randall covered on the inside and almost line astern for the first time at half a lap. They go. Perez running away with this one at this stage as they battle for the scraps behind him. Miles now sitting 2 by 2 with Viore, who's fought his way forward perhaps like we suggested at the start of the race, but waiting until right at the end. The Cowboys shuffled back one to his starting position, P4. Side by side they're going, Miles and Viore. Cars 1 and 3 battling as the car 11 of Perez runs away with it. Side by side they continue to go around the outside. Can Viore hang on to it round the outside of the penultimate corner to get himself the inside run? He can. What sort of drive will he get out of it? And look how the Cowboys set it up. A little wiggle from the rear of Viore. That might cost him its miles. But Perez takes it out from Adam Miles and Viore, Devantier, Randall, all of them. You could throw a hanky, and by the time they got done with all that, Cantor was all the way up the back as well. He caught back up to them, trying to put his mark at the end of the race there. Gentlemen, that was pretty crazy way to finish there. What say you, Corey?
Oh, absolutely, Alex. Those guys put on a show there for that last lap. That was incredible to watch. And I reckon that that penultimate corner on the penultimate lap, that might have been a little bit of a return to serve from Perez on Cantor there. And I also have a little update from further back in the pack. Jurne Zorek actually had an instant with our lapped car of Jesse Connolly on the penultimate lap as well. And a little bit of damage done there as well, Alex.
Yeah, right. I'm just going to grab that last run through where we saw. And it's interesting because Perez has been running quite wide to compromise. There you go. And there's just the contact there. Perez has been taking quite a wide line through the second to last corner entry. And I feel like it's to compromise 15 to get the run out of 16, the final corner. And I don't know, and maybe Enzo didn't see that, maybe didn't open the wheel enough, or yeah, anyway, it's just one of those things, right? It's got to be, in my mind, a racing incident. Benny, do you see it the same way?
Yeah, I was just looking for it myself. I think it's a racing incident. I think there's space left on the side for Enzo. Obviously, Christian moves out a little bit, Enzo moves down a little bit. I think that we can turn it around in another way. I say it's probably a line or something Enzo wouldn't have done if it had been the other way around either. So to me, it's a 50-50. Unfortunately, it's just one of those, and you have a driver going dropping a few positions. I think it's move on to the next one for those two. But what a finish to the race. That was I was nearly thought Rasmus had it on the line there. That was an exciting finish.
Yeah, absolutely was. And once again, Perez shows the racecraft, brings him to the front in the end. You know, racing incident notwithstanding, he worked hard for that one and came out on top. Let's hit the right button and take a look at how they did finish. Christian Perez, nearly a second in the end with all the battling behind him. He just drove away in that last lap relative to the rest of it, and he's taken out another fantastic victory. Great drive backing up after his driving in the 12-hour today at Bathurst. Congratulations, Christian. Top stuff. Adam Miles fought hard and patiently to get there to grab the bridesmaid's mantle once again. He gets that a bit. He's had his fair share of wins though these days too, to be fair. But I know he would have wanted to win that one as well. Good bit of patience and skill, as I said. Rasmus Viore, he moved up 3 spots in that front group, and perhaps something foreboding or auguring well for any future appearances that he makes. Really great at these technical tracks, Viore. Really looking forward to seeing if he comes out again on a Sunday night and shows us what he can do. Races like that. He and Perez were the two that sort of made the most movement in that front pack, and really gives us an idea of what he can do, which is great. The Cowboys, Sam Devantier, started 4th, finished 4th, led the way for the ANZ drivers and got a good hatful of points once again for Cowboy Racing. Jeff Randall, similarly, for Gone Skipping Racing. He was up 3 positions from where he started. Managed to make the good tactical move in the middle of the race that saw him hang on to that front pack and separate from the chasers behind. Enzo Cantor, after leading for much of the race, came off second best in the final standings, finishing there in P6 for Movano Sim Racing. The International Man of Mystery, Dimitri Philippides, was the one who did indeed get separated from that front pack. the FPM over Martin driver finishing in 7th. Neil Garner for generally stupid and slow racing. Captain 499 finishing in 8th. Fraser Smith rose only to position 9 after that hard battling and good moving in the early stages. Brian Kelly up very late or very early, depending on your perspective. He's finished in 10th. Yannick Morale from France, he's finished in 11th, ahead of Joachim Osbeck from Scandinavia in 12th. The final SNL point scoring position. Peter Vandernoord, whose name's been cut off there for some reason for Sleepy Cat Racing. Peter's finished in 13th, ahead of Yune Zorek for Right Foot Breakers. Interesting. He's a single foot man. Anyway, very good. Good luck to him. He's a good fella too. Vasco Sorowski, the head clown for Team Clowns, has finished down in 15th. No doubt not happy with his night out. Lawson Bandini, the privateer from Iberia, in 16th, ahead of Adrian Brook from UKNI in 17th. Jason Willman did not advance too far from where he started. I beg your pardon, he was up three positions in the end. He's finished in 18th. As we go over the page, 19th was Christian Havart. Apologies if I'm pronouncing that poorly. He's finished in 19th, ahead of Jorgen Rigtrup from MSB Racing. Jesse Connolly, he got lapped a couple of times. I think 4 laps he was down in the end. I'm not sure if that included a run through the pits. He was our 620 I-rated driver who probably was a bit surprised with what he saw in front of him. And Steph Herman, unfortunately, 14 laps down is our only retirement there. Real shame we didn't get to see more of Steph out there, gentlemen. Corey, what you make of that one, mate? Pretty action-packed.
Oh, absolutely, Alex. And I'm just having a little look through the text chat, and there was definitely a little bit of feeling between Enzo and Christian after the race, attaining to that penultimate lap incident. And Christian is claiming nothing went wrong, and Enzo disagrees, which is to be expected with incidents like that. So we'll just we'll call it what it is. It is a racing deal at the end of the day, but who truly knows at the end of the day? But we won't let that take away from the fact that this is what was an absolutely fantastic race, especially in those last few laps with how much action we saw, the overtaking maneuvers and the attempted overtaking maneuvers. It's definitely going to be one for the ages, and hopefully they can keep this up next week.
Yeah, that's it, mate. No doubt the different drivers in the different vehicles see it differently, as you would expect. But let's hear from one of those drivers. We'll grab podium sitter, Mr. Adam Miles. Adam, fantastic driving out there, mate. Looked like it, I was saying at the end there, it looked like it required a mixture of patience and aggression to go along with speed out there tonight. Is that how you saw it, or how did it play out for you?
Yeah, I think that describes the race pretty well. Certainly a big stint of patience required. I was, based on reputation alone, I was expecting a little bit of more fireworks maybe early on. But it came eventually. It just so happened that I was getting swamped when it did happen. I think we ended up 4 wide into the hairpin on the final lap, which wasn't what I was hoping for. But you always want more. But I was also got an eye on the championship as well, so a P2 does me no harm at all.
No, that's it, mate. P2 in that field, in amongst, I guess, the field itself, the quality of the drivers around you, the racing was intense at different points. And it's funny, you don't expect people to be going 3-4 wide here in multiple places, but it seems to play out that way time and time again. We've seen some amazing races here, which belies its popularity. So, folks, make sure you get out there because it's one of the best, right, Adam?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, coming off the back of tracks like Spa and Monza early in the season, it's nice to have these types of tracks where you have to work for every overtake, you have to defend every position if you want to keep it. There's no easy pass at Barber.
No, that's it, mate. Well, congratulations, P2. Shaping up well for the championship once again. In the officials, and when Alex pulls his finger out and does up the points, I suppose you better do it given where we are in the season. And I even automated a lot of that, so I've got no excuse. Anyway, congratulations, mate. Well done. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight before we let you go?
Just yourselves, plus Benny. Great to see him in the booth, if not out on the track. So yeah, thanks to everyone in the field, and looking forward to Summit Point to see out the season next week.
Yeah, absolutely. One slip shy of the track, but great to have him here nonetheless. Great to talk to you, Adam, mate. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
There you go, Benny. Got your own little shout out there, mate. Adam's drive, I thought, was, like I said, a great mixture of composure and aggression where required. Really turned up the wick there at the end.
Yeah, it was, just, I think as we were talking about during the race as well, that, as you said, there was a couple of drivers with reputations in front of him, and he maybe probably just sat back a little bit thinking about that championship. I think we're missing Tim this week as well. It's without having looked too much at it, I think it's between those two. So, probably in the back of his head, he's thinking, it's better to take a P2 or P3 than having a DNF.
Yeah, potentially right. Well, folks, we've come to that time. We'll certainly hear one side of the story where we took this man, Mr. Enzo Genzo Cantor. Mate, it was all there, and then it wasn't. You finished in P6 at the end, mate. Tough race out there.
Hi, guys. Well, I'm very happy for the race because finally I was very competitive after a very long while. And incredible, in qualifying we had the same time, me and Christian, so I would expect a very difficult and aggressive race all the time from him and Adam too. Well, it was not easy at all. I had to push very hard, but at the same time be very clean and gentle in the last section of the track in order to gain more than I could. Well, the truth is that after I had the contact with Adam and I saw he was front wing damaged, it was my fault because, well, I was a little bit wide. But after that, I saw his front wing damaged, and I was wishing in a victory. But well, Christian was not damaged, and that move, I think, it was not so clean at all from him because I think he was inside and he pushed on the throttle, exiting the corner as I wasn't there. So I saw to him, and well, he said sorry. And the fact is that I lost a five position in only one corner, and it was too late to recover without killing anyone. So that's the reason I'm happy, but a little bit angry too. But in the previous laps, I did almost the same thing with Adam, with Christian too. So. It was my fault in that moment, but he had time to recover, and the next moment we had a corner together. Probably he had no total respect for me because of the previous contact. I don't know if it's that, but that's life. No problem. So I'm happy.
Yeah, good, mate. I'm glad you took a lot away from that because the racing in there was great. And this track, as I said before, despite the reputation, sometimes the participation, it brings out great racing. Look, if it's any consolation, I did note during the race that Christian tended to take quite a wide entry line into that corner, and that was just probably his line as much as anything. But yeah, I mean, we do have to make those adjustments in the context of the racing around us as well. But look, it was fantastic to see you out there in full flight, mate. It reminds me of the glory days with Enzo Genzo up front, taking out championships. And mate, I'm pleased to see you out there having a crack, and it's great to see you up the end fighting for race victories as well, mate. Is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight before we let you go?
Yes, surely. Thank you, as always, for your awesome work. And obviously to my team, Mivano Racing, my team manager, Fabio Mantellini, all my friends, all my teammates, and to all the people and the drivers here, because, well, we are very hard rivals, but the most of the time the races are very very clean, very respectful, and well, yes, again, I'm a bit angry after this race because I was finally wishing in a wave passing the final line as the gold years in the past, but again, not I have not to complain too much because yeah, this is racing, so it's not responsibility of Christian at all. I had surely a part of in what happened. So we will continue to race in this way with respecting each other as much we can do.
Yeah, beautiful. Thanks, Enzo. Mate, look forward to talking to you again soon, and good luck for the coming weeks.
Thank you. See you soon.
Yeah, Corey, Enzo, the great Enzo Genza. You check him out on Twitch on that username if you want to see what was a right foot breaker. Now he's gone the 2 feet in those sparkling and spectacular red shoes of his. He came close tonight, didn't he, mate?
Oh, absolutely. He put in a good hard fight, and he was up the front for the entirety of the race. And it's just good to see Enzo getting his mojo back, and being back in very competitive form. I mean, it is unfortunate what happened between him and Perez, but at the end of the day, it's racing. It happens, and all you can do is move on to next week and hope for a better result.
Yeah, that's it. Now, perhaps to return serve, or at least bask in the glory of the top step of the podium, one Christian Perez, who, if I'm not mistaken, Christian, that's one step higher than the Bathurst race today. Pretty epic racing out there tonight, mate. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was super cool and super fun to race this because I had to gain again the positions. And yeah, super fun, super cool overtakes. It was really a shame that Enzo and I, with the contact in lap 14, I was discussing now with him that I really thought that I was giving him enough space. And I think I still thinking that I was on the inside line. I don't know. Our lines collide, and that's it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Can I say I'm glad I can hear the smile in your voice, mate, with the overtakes. I know, and we said it during the broadcast that the way you race, you're one that I thought could move through that front pack after that mid-race incident that saw you drop to the rear of the pack, and you proved that tonight. Yeah, mate. So that's great, and similar to you. And again, I don't know. It looked to me like your entry into that penultimate corner, that second to last corner, was a bit wider than most to sort of compromise 15 and get the run out of 16. So, but having said that, Enzo spent a bit of time in front and may not have picked that up. But
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Because
but the racing was good.
I am no, yeah, but when I was fifth or sixth, I didn't think about winning, But at some point, I overtake two cars,
Yep.
and then I tried the type of overtake that you on Adam in first corner.
Yes.
That I said, okay, I'm going to attack you because I don't think you expect me to attack here because it is not really a good move on a strategy,
Yes.
And I was hoping that he lived, and he did because he's smart. But if he goes around, Enzo wins.
Yeah.
That was a bet,
Yes. Yeah, mate.
I don't know.
Sometimes you have to roll the dice like that, and mate, you threw it in there. The rear of the car stepped out. You hung on to it, and once it gripped up, you were able to drive through. And as you say, Adam's a smart racer, and perhaps with his eyes on the championship, backed out where others may have held on. So as you say, it was a race-defining moment. Well done tonight, mate. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's always great to see you out here on a Sunday night. Because we get to see that sort of quality racing that we saw on the front pack tonight with you in there, mate. So congratulations again on the win. Anyone you'd like to say hello to or thank tonight before we let you go?
Well, not to you guys. Probably it was a great show. in the streaming as always. And I don't know when I will come back. So it was a good goodbye.
Righto, mate. Well, thank you. I do hope we see you. I know that work keeps you busy, but we always welcome you back on the track whenever you can, mate. So thank you again, and we do hope to see you sometime in the future.
Okay, bye.
There you go, folks. That was Christian Perez. Hopefully we do get to see him again. Of course, he's a former season champion here on a Sunday night and always puts on a good show, Benny.
Yeah, it's a shame to him saying goodbye. You know, I think he's my favorite person to race of everybody. Really, he races hard but fair, and going back to the discussed move, I think it was. I still think looking through it again now, I think it's a 50-50. Really, I don't think it's nothing that wouldn't have been the other way around. Or you know, it's all as we say. Some people race. If you want to race hard, you get hard, and we all know Enzo is a hard racer as well. You know, there was probably a little earlier in the race where I could say Christian got pushed out a little bit and fought his way back. So yeah, I think it was a 50-50 really. But yeah, great race tonight. Really, it's good to have that when it doesn't end up in a big crash at the end. It's a nice finish. Everybody within the same couple of seconds. So yeah.
Yeah, good race indeed. Exactly right, mate. It really shows what goes on in this category on a good race, where you get quality drivers showing up and doing the things out there on track. But folks, that might do us here tonight. Great racing as always for the second to last round, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, round 11. So one more to go to round out the season. The drivers have come back and supported us amazingly this season. We very much appreciate it. Betty, thank you for the special guest appearance, and I hope it was fun for you, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. So hoping to back in the seat next week. But it was an absolute pleasure to join you guys, and yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Corey. What do you got coming up in the week to come, mate?
So on Wednesday, over on the Aussie Sim Commentator channel, twitch.tv/Aussie_Sim_commentator, I have the Output Racing League back in action, and they're going to be live from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and that'll be at 12:35 Western Australian time. That's GMT +8. And it should be a fun 100 laps around the Las Vegas Speedway in the Xfinity cars. That's the B-Class NAS cars. And I won't be here next week, Alex, because I will be at the Pinjar Park Speedway live streaming some Outlaw Kart action. So that'll be a bit of fun for myself. And then in the week after that will be the Australian Midget titles from the Perth Motorplex, and that'll be over Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, so it'll be a little bit of fun.
Yeah, nice one. Make sure you go check out all that action. Oh, I might hit the right button. In the meantime, folks, where's the button? There it is. Make sure you check us out. The Top Split Discord channel, or Discord server. That's where you find all the SNL stuff and things, the results and the race replays and all the rest of it. Or links there too on the Top Split YouTube channel, which of course is where we are streaming live tonight in 2K, 1440p, and the race of course will be there along with all the other SNL and MNL races up on the Top Split YouTube channel for all 33 seasons. And of course we will be back here on Top Split TV, same bat time, same bat channel next week. But until then, and on behalf of my co-commentators here tonight, Mr. Benny Simonson and the chaotic one, Mr. Corey Steinhauser, I say thank you everyone for your support, both on track and off. It is very much appreciated. Until next time, I will say ciao for now.